Hello, welcome to the stream. Last night was a bit of a Vine Rising, and unfortunately the stream was shit-canned as a result at the end. Even though it was almost over, the VOD was also ruined. So that sucks. But the good news is, it'll be on YouTube. It's good. It'll be okay. So you can watch it, eventually. So this is The Messenger. I'm gonna stream this. I think I'm gonna finish it today. And welcome to the stream. And what else? Butt. Ass. Don't shoot the messenger. The game's almost over. After this, we're gonna do Mario Land 2.5D. Okay, it's Mario Land 2.5. I don't know why I added D into it, onto the end of it in my mind. It's I don't know. But it's good. I think you'll enjoy it. So, Vinny, what do you think about the new Gorillaz stuff today? They got Murdoch back, and everyone that was supporting Ace being a part of the band, they got, shit on. People were like, Ace did nothing. He contributed nothing to the Gorillaz. It's like, alright. I thought he looked kinda cool. That's my opinion. He didn't really have to do anything. He was just, you know, the bassist dude. But, I mean, he is a monster. You're a monster! They were both monsters. Okay, so, I just need 2 musical notes, and I think the game will be over. Where the heat melts stones and adventurers alike. Alright, so, where the heat melts stones and adventurers alike. Just gonna buy the hint. And, finally we can finish the messenger, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about my experience with this game was a little unfortunate. Okay, so Searing Craigs. That's not too bad. Because at first, you know, I've said this before, but at first I loved this. And then I kinda didn't like it. And then I kinda started liking it again. So it's a complex... I have a complex group of feelings towards this game. But I'm happy that it's over so I can start new and exciting adventures and take you to new worlds on your Nintendo 3DS Entertainment System from the Nintendo company's TM. Is the volume okay here? Wow, I can walk on lava. It's a tiny bit loud. This game is so loud. Mario and Rabbids is very not loud. So let me guess, your name's Pyro? That's me. How did you get so close to the underworld if you can't stand fire? Ah, the irony, right? To be honest, I don't remember, but I do have to get back to my workstation. Thanks for snapping me out of it. Okay, that's all 4 Babs. Every Babs has been rescued. So, all that's left to do is not die. Someone just said, feels weird to return back to Vinny after a month. It's like, why did I come back? It's like, why did you type that in chat? It's too late, you're here now. You can't leave. But that's gonna be an oof. That's gonna be an oof from me. And, I hope your time away was productive and good, because I wouldn't watch me. Let's be honest. I don't know why I can walk on lava. Vinny, you gotta stop with the memeing. Oof. Shit. Well, then what? Thank God. I was like, oh, I can walk on that. Probably not. Okay, this seems like it's one of the last areas of I've been here already. Wait, what? I've been here already? I guess it's been a while. Oh yeah. Yeah, I have been here, but I haven't been here in a while. Okay. So this is where the complex relationship with the game comes in. It's just the backtracking, as I've discussed 1,000 times ad nauseum. As soon as the game opened up, and I repeat myself a lot on the stream because there's always someone new. There's always something to talk about. And in this game, whenever it's a new area, I usually end up enjoying it. But when it's like me going back through old areas, I start to want to punch. Like I feel Little Mac rage. But this time, I think this time, you know, we're kind of getting to the end of the game. It's not going to bother me so much, and you know, I spent so long playing The Messenger, and I think it's really it's like almost as good as like when Shovel Knight first came out. And it was like, oh, this feels like a classic game, but it's not. It's you know, got some other stuff going on. But you know, if there was a ball, it dropped it. It dropped a couple balls, maybe. Not even just one, sadly. But that's okay. That last level I did was exceptional. The one I did last time I streamed this, it was so good it almost made me forget about my issues with the game. There we go. So, Mega Man X4, if you missed it, I streamed that yesterday, and Vinesauce wouldn't let me finish the stream of it, which is rather unfortunate. We started getting, like, crusty visuals, TM, and the VOD, because of the Vinesaucing, got destroyed. So, hang on a minute. Some people actually tweeted pictures of how bad the corruptions got, and here's one of them. It's weird, right? So that was last night, but there was one more good one that I'm gonna try. Oh, here it is. Here's my favorite one. Here's an album of a couple. Because my internet was like dying, the game just corrupted. How many zeros can you fit on the screen at the same time? So that's that's what was you know, that's what was last night, and I hated it. Cuz I was actually really enjoying the game. But we'll do more Mega Man X4, like, soon. If not, like, tomorrow, then Saturday. And then after Messenger's over, I'm gonna start something else. And it's gonna be a good one. So, you know, it's worth it. It's worth it. Going through games. Making lots of streams. Cool! I can't stop fucking thinking about the voice acting in Mega Man X4. It is so unbelievable. I miss the days when that could happen. I don't know how it happened, like, I am happy to find out, and I might do my research and find out, like, why they hired, like, just random people at the airport. Capcom himself was like, hey, do you have a voice? And the dude was like, yeah. Alright, do you want to be in our Mega Man game? Apparently there's a new Mega Man TV show. Did anyone hear about this? I just found out about this. I was like, what? And the person who told me about it didn't know video games that well, and they were like, Mega Man is a baby, right? I was like, what do you mean a baby? Like he's a child. I was like, not always. But he's a child in this Mega Man. Oh my god. I think I have to watch at least one episode and just find out. But, you know, the Mega Man TV show from when I was growing up, Mega Man was like a teenager or a 20-year-old robot man who's like, hey, now I've got your power! I wonder if it's like cursed media, if me viewing Mega Man new TV show will, like Locust Plague. You know, I already have House Centipede Plague, where every night I live in fear that a house centipede is gonna crawl into my nose. But I'm wondering if... You know, I'm wondering if, a new plague will begin. But yeah, Mega Man has been, like, you know, there's, like, so many different types of Mega Man. I remember there was the... Which Mega Man game had the voice acting where Mega Man sounded like a baby? It's like, hey, Dr. Wily! What one was that? 8? Okay. Yeah, I didn't play through 8. The Forlorn Temple. Eight was made around the same time as X4. Do you think it's worth playing through 8? Is it like, you know, is it worth it? Even for the shitty cutscenes? Yeah. Yeah, it's worth it. And then you have Captain N Mega Man who's like,
Mega Us! Oh my god! You want to go to Atlantic City and smoke some fucking Paul Malls with me?
Speaking of, going to a convention in Atlantic City
in just a couple of weeks.
And definitely not a money laundering scam.
It's a good convention, and you should check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun.
They have tournaments.
They have Mitch and Mitch in the morning here telling you about this convention.
They have tournaments. They have vendors. They have Atlantic City casinos. If you're in the area, I think you'll have a good time with it. I don't care if you go or not. I get a free hotel room. I think it's gonna be... Listen, most people wouldn't be this candid. I'll probably never get invited back again because of this information that I'm telling you, but if you want to come, I'm sure you'll have a good time. I don't think it's that expensive of a convention. I tweeted about it. It's called Game Acon. Not like the rapper, as I always say. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about this convention too much, even though I've talked about it quite a bit. I just genuinely think people are going to have a good time. And it's small enough that you're not going to get, like, some kind of weird plague. You're not, you know, you don't have to dress in a full body condom or be a Purell slug. But, I actually get nothing if you go or not. I'm already getting the free hotel room, so whatever you want to do is fine by me. But I just had a good time last year. It was like, it was Halloween. This year it's not on Halloween, but it was in the Tropicana. It was Halloween. There was a costume contest, and there were some amazing costumes. There were, like, bands. You know, you got to see motherfuckers at the casino. The food was good. I had a good time. Enough of a good time to want to go back. So if you're on the East Coast, and you want to go to something that's not New York Comic Con, because you know what New York Comic Con is, and you know that it smells like asshole and popcorn butter, which it does, then you should go to that one instead. Vinny, why don't people at New York Comic Con ever shower? No, I think a lot of people do shower, but I think the travel... Okay, so I have some theories about Comic Con smells, which is social anxiety. I mean, okay, it's much more mainstream than it used to be. Comic Con has replaced a lot of the more, I'm gonna say the word esoteric here, nerd conventions, and now it's just general, like, we're all nerds! And, you know, there's everything. It's comics, it's games, I mean, you can go there and you can find some really obscure shit. You know, I've seen some Solid Snake-related stuff. I remember I saw Big Boss, and I was considering taking the Rocket Punch arm. But, no, obviously you can't do that. You have to buy it for like $800. But, you know, there's some stuff that you can do at Comic-Con that is enjoyable. But, okay, anyway, the smell. My theory is that social anxiety creates smells, and people sweat and perspire, which is, you know, understandable. Then there's the travel, which who knows how they're getting there, but mostly public transportation, which means a hot train. So that's 2. Then you have some people who just genuinely don't bathe, and that's, again, I wouldn't say part of the culture, but it's some people do not bathe. And you have those 3 things working in unison, and, of course you have a giant convention with tens of thousands of people. So no wonder. I mean, I encourage people to wear strong deodorant, but, you know, the human body is a silly thing. It breaks down, it gets sick, it gives you strep throat, eventually it turns to, like, meat, like inanimate meat. So, you know, it's kind of like no wonder. The bridge is repaired, can you believe it? We're so proud. It can create another human. I'd advise against that. But I'd put that in the, like, the positive category. Like, that's a pretty amazing thing. That's like almost a miracle, isn't it? Gotta watch out for the miracles. I don't recommend miracles. But no, seriously though, yeah, it smells. It's a smelly convention, and as a result of that, you have to come prepared. Which is to say, do a cosplay with a gas mask. Oh, fuck. Do a cosplay with a gas mask and actually have a functioning gas mask. You go as Rev or Psycho Mantis. But like you shouldn't cosplay as a real person, but you see Rev, I think that's you know, that's a character. That's like, I know the real Rev, and he doesn't actually wear a gas mask in real life. So, I'm just saying. You know, like if I was, like if you want to cosplay as VW, you have my permission. Because I don't know who that is, that we're separate entities. It's weird. It says there's a... It said there was a thing here, but now the thing isn't here. You see what I mean? I have to, like, talk to the nerd? Ah. I guess I have to just keep going. Did you say node? No, I didn't say. I said nerd. Of course, here's one for you. There once was a princess looking for a suitable husband. She sent an invitation to all neighboring princes, stating that the main trait she was looking for was sensitivity. Contenders came and went, attempting to pass her test. You will be my guest tonight, the princess would explain. All I need you to do is sleep on that pile of mattresses. The next morning, she would ask them how their night was. I had the best sleep of my life, each would reply, confident that they had proved they didn't fear the dark. I was going to read that as dork. Or that they could be easy guests. They were all promptly dismissed. One day, an especially sensitive prince reported he couldn't sleep at all. I don't know what it was up with that pile of mattresses he went on. It looked comfortable enough, and when I laid on it, it was like I had a fork stuck in my kidney. They got married the next day. Oh, everyone knows that story. There was a pea underneath the pile, so that someone who's extremely sensitive wouldn't be able to sleep. Yes, but have you ever heard what happened after? For the first few weeks, everything was amazing. The prince would always complain. Just the guy she asked for. When the soup wasn't too hot, it was the cutlery that was too cold. When the music wasn't too loud, the paintings weren't inspired. When the clothes weren't itchy, the poems were predictable. Until one day, just like that, it dawned on the princess that she was in a toxic relationship. Not only was her husband a drag, she had voluntarily picked him for exactly that reason. It dawned on her just like that, how this whole love story was nothing more than two people whose dysfunctions matched like puzzle pieces. Incredibly humble by regal standards, she realized that she was the only constant in all her problems, delved into her personal growth, then got a divorce. She lived happily ever after. The end. That was a really good story. Thank you, Shopkeep. That was fascinating. Music is too loud. I don't like the way that streamer that you like streams. What is this? Do you remember what happened on the 30th? The 30th? Thank you, chat member, for saying that. I enjoyed that. Sorry. It's like a piece of my hair just fell into my mouth. I don't think that's ever happened before. Not quite like that. I should complain about it on the internet. Ah! Well, people, what if it was an eyelash or an eyebrow? That's even weirder. What if I'm losing my fucking eyebrow hair? Does anyone know what the fuck is going on here? Cause, like, I can't get past that, right? Oh, it changes. No, it doesn't. You just need to time it really well. Well, I hate it. I thought I had to go into 16-bit to get through there, but I guess not. I feel like the 8-bit and 16-bit mechanic, while cool, is a little underutilized. Like, there's nothing, maybe a couple small things, but there's nothing huge. Like, one of the things that could have happened was the limitations of the 8-bit world because of the hardware could have been like, oh, you need to go into 16-bit so you get more RAM so that you can do this part. Because now there's more blocks on the screen at the same time. You know, like, I know it's a little meta, but like maybe like a glitch. Or like something that is distinctly 8-bit. Eight should only have 2 action buttons. That would have been at least something. I see what I'm doing wrong. You see, I know what I'm doing wrong, and I couldn't believe that I was seeing it any other way. That's ridiculous. I feel like a dummy. So, I watched another episode of Deep Space Nine last night because I enjoyed that episode with Gul Dukat so much that I wanted to watch another one. And I just watched the next one. And it was Who Mourns for Morn? And it's the episode where the dude... Oh, I gotta go in the middle. It's a good one. It's a fun one, and it's the dude who never talks, and they're like, he doesn't shut up. That guy. Listen, I'm not gonna explain this to people that don't know the show because it's not gonna be fun for anyone. But it's a really, really dopey, fun Quark episode. I forgot how much Quark is one of the best characters in all of Star Trek. He really is amazing, isn't he? That's how you do it. I can't believe I got stuck on that for so long. And, like, the humor was perfect, and you know, it's just... Man, Deep Space Nine truly was the pinnacle. I mean, TNG is still my favorite, but... I'm just saying, like, from the peak of writing and characters, I feel, is still DS9. The fuck is this, a rocket? Was this Mario 2? A lot of details about Red Dead Redemption 2 have been revealed. Oh, fuck. Which I am very excited about the news. I'm not gonna spoil it, because some people probably want to go in blind, but there's... And also, I don't remember everything, but I will say that you can play the whole game in first person, and apparently the whole game is extremely interactive. And it, like, the detail is off the fucking charts. And it's like a really well-made, really, like, thought-out single-player game, which... Thanks, Rockstar. That's all I wanted, man. That's just all I wanted. I know there's gonna be a multiplayer component, but just give me a good story with some compelling characters and some shoot, and a really, like, fucking crazy detailed open world, and I'm gonna be happy. So, I'm pretty fucking hopeful, and I'm pretty excited about this shit. There was, like, you know, 4 pages of details that I read about. They did say that the game isn't coming to PC, which... That's upsetting. GTA 5 PC was the best one. But considering Red Dead Redemption didn't come to PC, I didn't expect this one to come to PC, so I'm not gutted. I can still play it. I don't have a PS4 or Xbox Pro, and I hope that doesn't make the game too lame. What is it called? Xbox Pro? Xbox One X, One Bone? Something like that. Yeah, I don't have any of that stuff. And Knuckles. Xbox One X Bone and Knuckles. Gap consoles are a dumb way to milk money. I think, yeah, well, they're not a dumb way, because they make money. It's just a shame. But, I mean, Red Dead Redemption, the art style looks so good. I kind of feel like we're reaching a like kind of a point now, and I know we've said this forever, since the fucking Super Nintendo, people have been saying this, but we're reaching a point where, you know, the visuals of something matter, but if you have a strong art direction, like look at Breath of the Wild. I mean, I'm excited to see what they can do with Zelda on Switch hardware and not Wii U hardware. But Breath of the Wild is a really, you know, it's still a good-looking game, and when you emulate it, which you shouldn't do because that's bad, okay? But when you do, and you know, you can even make it look a little bit better. Even though I think it runs like poop still, I'm not sure if people fix that. Cock. It runs perfect now? Oh, no shit. So I can play it and have Shrek in the game? Like I said, Nintendo is a whole different ballgame. Like, I'm sick of gap consoles. I have a feeling we're gonna get a Switch Pro at some point. I like Nintendo games. But after the online fiasco, I'm just like, oh, fucking whatever, Nintendo. Which is a shame, too, because I really want Animal Crossing to have good online service. Like, something really, truly innovative for an Animal Crossing game. And after this online nonsense, I don't have any faith in Nintendo to make that happen. I'm sure it's going to be a great game, I'm sure I'm going to enjoy it, and Scoot's going to be great, and all that, but... just a shame. Anyway, so, you know, I have my issues with them too, but I don't love the idea of, oh, your console's now outdated because you don't have the Pro Edition, and the visuals are going to look not good, and you're going to get shitty frame rates. But, as I said, I do think we're reaching a point where if you just make... like, look at Mario Odyssey. Game looked good for what it was. Played really well, 60 frames a second, good art direction, cool, like, worlds. I feel like Mario with more power doesn't necessarily equal better Mario. They could make some cool stuff out of it. They could do some cool stuff with it, but it's, you know... I'd rather have the portability at the moment. That said, I hope Red Dead Redemption 2 runs well. I just want it to have consistent, like, steady frame rates on PS4 and not PS4 Pro. Because, you know, that would suck if I'm playing the game and it's like, oh, the frame rates aren't good because you don't have the thing that's much more expensive. You know, just if it's like a steady 30, then that's fine, I can deal with that. I prefer 60, but I'll take a steady 30. Breath of the Wild was more or less steady 30. Well, with some patches. Steady 30 does not take me out of the game. Unstable 30 takes me out of the game. Unstable 60 takes me out of the game. But, yeah. So, I just, you know, I just hope it's gonna be good. Because the game looks fucking amazing. The screenshots, I can't believe some of the stuff they've done with the environments. Like, there's this fog system. I'm like, really? That does not look like a PS4 game. Someone just said, but I thought 30 FPS was cancer. What a fucking beautiful comment. Good job, man. Good job. Listen. Let me address that to some extent. If you don't play a good game because it's 30 FPS, then that's on you. I know there's, like, frame rate snobs. And to some extent, I agree with that. Doom, the new one, with 30 frames a second, it works. I'd prefer not to play Doom with 30 frames a second. Doom is meant for shooters, should be 60. Shooters really, really should be 60 because it's a Twitch action thing. It's a better experience to play a shooter at 60 frames a second. That's my personal feeling. I know a lot of people feel the same way. Doom on the Switch was very playable, but it's an inferior experience to the PC version if you're getting 60 frames. So, yeah, I mean, sure, there's some games, but then again, Bloodborne was 30 frames a second, and that game is a fucking masterpiece. And there's like a really subtle and decent motion blur with Bloodborne, where it doesn't feel like 30. Now, that comment might have been sarcastic, you know, to just like make fun of the circle jerk that is frame rates. And I try to be as, like, you know, fair as I can about this, because I do like 60 frames a second. I love me some 60 frames a second. But I'll take 30 if it's stable. Someone just said it obviously was. Oh, you have no idea. Have you been around this chat? Have you been around the internet? That is not an obvious troll. Trust me. That part was difficult. Well, now I have no HP. No mistakes can be made. Will he do it? Will he do it with no mistakes? Listen. It's close. So, but Nintendo's been pretty good with 60 FPS on a lot of their games. You know, like I said, Odyssey, Mario Kart, Smash, a lot of the games where it matters. Breath of the Wild was fine. I just hated when the frames dipped. That was the worst part, where you're going through, like, the forest, or just outside the Temple of Time, and it's like, oh, now we're in 20 frame. Welcome to Ocarina of Time. But, yeah. Oh, Splatoon. Splatoon, well, Splatoon's good, you know, it's a shooter, so you want that 60. Ocarina was 20. Wasn't the PAL excuse me, wasn't the PAL version of Ocarina a little different? It ran at like 18 or something. What was that like? PAL was 16? Oof. This feels important. It's a king's cloak and crown. Maybe that's part of one of the stories that the dude told. I just don't remember it, if so. Yeah, when you see a fate at the bottom, that's generally death, but I figured, hey, it's worth a shot. I have enough gems that I can take the chance. So I'd like to prepare you all for an hour from now. So you remember last week I did Spider-Man, and I was on the front page of Twitch. And it was, insane. It was an absolute shit show. So, I'm gonna tell you a secret. This is just between us. Do you remember when I couldn't stream to YouTube anymore, and I was really upset about that? Because some people relied on the YouTube stream, otherwise they couldn't watch. Well, one of the people from Twitch that I spoke to, who's actually a really nice dude, he said to me that he would try to, like, help me out a little bit, and he would do something nice for me. And I didn't expect anything, but like a year later, he said, I think I can get you front page promotion a couple times. Now, I've told you this before, chat. I don't want to get any more internet famous. I'm good. But every Thursday for the next... So, last Thursday at 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. Eastern, this one and then the next two are gonna be, yeah. They're gonna be front page. But it's a nice offer, and listen, I mean, even though I'm good where I'm at, and I'm very happy, I wouldn't turn down an opportunity. I mean, it ruined the chat temporarily last time, but it didn't. I mean, this week was some of the lower numbers I've had for a while. So, I think it evens out. Anyway, the point is, I think it's really nice of them that they did that. And if you were wondering why front page happened last week, now you know. And it's, yeah, it's cool. Again, it's a year after the whole contract thing, which, you know, can't stream to YouTube. I get it. I don't like it. But, yeah, that's what's happening. I figured I would tell you rather than leave you in the dark about it and have people be like, why did we just get 4,000 viewers? So, you know, if you're not into that kind of chat, then you might want to skedaddle soon enough. But I am going to be streaming something called Mario 2.5D. God damn it, again with the 2.5D. It's just Mario 2.5. Mario Land 2.5. So it's something that I've been kind of interested in streaming for a little while, and I said, you know what? Yes, let me make the most of my opportunity, and let me do something interesting that people might enjoy. And this is what I've arrived at. I'm still a little iffy about these types of things, but I'm gonna take the risk and see how it goes. Because it's an extremely well done game. What is Mario 2.5? Well, it's Super Mario Land 2.5, and it's a fan made it. And it takes the core principles of Mario Land 2, and it turns them into something kind of amazing, which I'll let you discover in a little while. Hi, Vinesauce. It's me, Reggie. I just got done playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS system. From Nintendo. What are you doing? What are you doing? You streaming a fan game? Take a seat. But Reggie-kun, I'm already sitting. You should take a seat. Ah, the worm has come to play. He can't help you anymore. What? Impossible. What's wrong? Is the king afraid of having to do something himself? Enough, you will pay for your insolence. Prepare to die, ninja. Do I have to, like, shoot a rocket into his asshole? The name of this Demon King is actually extra thick. Believe it or not. It was ultra thick for a while, but then he changed it. Dude's like a coward. Look at that big-ass throne with that big-ass cushion for that big-ass ass. That should do some damage. Fuck. Okay, I see what I have to do now. Let's see if I can pull it all together. Oh, good shit, my friend. Good shit, demon friend. You managed to avoid my attacks. You guys hear about the Ticketmaster scummery? Where, like, they're encouraging the secondhand market so that they can mark up their own ticket prices. They're actually creating and allowing scalpers so that they can then charge higher convenience fees for tickets. Most of the money the artist doesn't get, like the convenience fees and all that shit. So it's not like even, it's not like it's even going to a good, like, to the artist. But the problem is, the problem in this story is that they pretty much have a monopoly. Like, Pearl Jam tried to stop doing, I don't know if it was Ticketmaster or whoever, but Pearl Jam tried to fight this by not doing stuff, like in the 90s, with, I think Ticketmaster because of these practices, and at the time their convenience fee was only a couple bucks. But they weren't able to, like, do gigs. Because, let's say Ticketmaster, I don't know, I don't want to give the wrong info, but I think it's Ticketmaster, like, pretty much has a monopoly on these locations. It's got a couple extra hits in there. So, again, if I'm getting any information wrong, please feel free to correct me, but I can't read the chat right now, so... It's just really fucked. It's just really, really fucked. And I've had issues, too, because what they do is they allow scalpers to buy like 8 tickets at the same time. And when you have, like, thousands of scalpers buying tickets all at the same time. Like, Radiohead had 4 nights at Madison Square Garden. Their tickets were sold out 2 minutes after they went on sale. 2 minutes! I had the worst seat in the house, and I spent like $150 on the ticket or something like that. I don't think it was 150. I think it was probably 100. Which is still ridiculous for the furthest seat back in Madison Square Garden because scalpers had the rest of the tickets. Oh shit. Oh shit, this fight just got real. do anything? Shit. One of the things I like about the boss fights in this game, they don't feel like bullshit. They're tough, but they're not bullshit hard. What are we doing? We're just riding the rocket forever? That was cool. Mr. Messenger, I don't feel so good. Just stole that joke from the chat. I'm sorry, chat. I wouldn't have thought of it. I haven't been thinking about them Vengers, so thank you, chat. That's good. You got the Demon King's crown. Maybe one of the blue robes will know what to make of it. This changes nothing, Ninja. The spell in the music box is still going strong. The curse will endure, your world will fall. Oh, okay. So then we're not done yet. Alright, well we hit the halfway mark at least. Which is, you know, cool. Finally halfway through the game. Now it turns into a racing game. I'm kidding, it's not. We're almost done. I think there's only like one thing left to do. But, I still really want to play as that Space Marine. So, developers of The Messenger, I know I've shit on your game a bit. And I know I was a little hard on the game. But if you make a Space Marine mode, I will pay for it. Oh, your game sucks. Never mind. That'll be a clip. What timing? What fucking timing? Do I have to defeat the king again? I don't know if it's saved. I don't know if it's saved. It was like, Carl, you talking shit. It's saved. It wasn't even that difficult of a boss, but thank God I'd have to do that again. Okay. So here's all the music. Oh, I don't have all the music yet. Hang on a second. Wait, the music. Hang on a minute. The music is happening. Ooh, you like the big portal? It's actually kind of scary. After years of research, I realized that one of the items we need to recover is in the very future we're trying to prevent. My calculations are correct, it should take you there, but in order to activate it, I would need a relic imbued with demon magic. I have that. The abyss stares at you. Stare back? Yeah, sure. What is this place?
Hey, listen!
I sent some of my sisters hiding in fear.
Watch out!
I will call out to them. They can help you cross this infected realm. It's a realm of scum. Hey, Risk of Rain is on Switch as of today. I think, in Europe. I might double dip. Risk of Rain is double dip worthy. That's kind of cool. I still don't know why the game is called Risk of Rain. Is there ever any explanation about that? It's the name of the ship. I didn't see the... whatever. Yeah, but that's like... If I call this game... I could call this game Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. And then people would be like, well, what does that have to do with the game? And I just name a hat Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs in-game, so that way people stop asking questions. I think it's just a cool title that they came up with, and they were like, hey, we want to call this game Risk of Rain, and everyone was like, well, what does that have to do with the game? Well, we'll name the ship Risk of Rain! Also, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs copyright. Did you know if you break copyright law, you're committing a sin against your god? Whoever that may be. I think his name is Bob Iger? Or Eisner? Who's the president of Disney currently? Iger? I get them confused, because there's a dude named Eisner who was in charge of Disney. Now it's Iger. Like, the qualification for being a president of Disney is you have to have a similar name to the previous guy. Next, it's gonna be... Hyman. Or Himmler. Oh, wait, whoa. 9 years until he's out. That Bob Iger. I give him 9 more years. Also, 9 more years of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And then it's gonna come crashing down, and they're gonna, like, be, like, really scraping the bottom of the barrel. Like, Suckman, and who else is like a little-known Marvel hero that they're gonna tap into? The Human Centipede. And then they're gonna get, like... Blind Dust. Who's just a dude who's made of dust. And he can't see. And then Fred Durst is going to be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. No, but I mean, there's some news, like the what's his name? Feige is going to be doing X-Men now. Fantastic Four, which I don't really care about any of this. I just, you know, Spider-Man Homecoming was a fun movie. That's all I care about. I just like a fun movie. Just give me a fun movie. But, X-Men is, you know, sometimes good, and I want to see good X-Men. But you know it's gonna happen, and there's gonna be like X-Men versus the Avengers. But by the time that happens, all the other Avengers are just not gonna be there, because they're like phasing them out. So it's gonna be like Sawdust and Fred Durst. Those are the only Avengers left. And like, it's gonna be like the hack fraud X-Men, like Boom Boom Kitty Fuck, or what's the one, Sparkle Kitten? Who's the X-Men Glitter Sparkle? What is that? What's her name? Jubilee? Yeah, Jubilee's, yeah, that's one of them. Yeah. Appearing only for the one who would venture into the biggest unknown, it is one of the notes needed to create a melody that will break the curse. Holy shit. Why are you Godzilla noise? Excuse me? Excuse me? I love the devil face. No, I don't like it. So I want to hide in a barrel like in Secret of Mana when I fight the Mana Beast. And a barrel negates all damage from it. Randy, what are you doing in that barrel? Use a box instead. Wow, there is no room for error here. None. Come on! Also, he's rubber banding. It's like Mario Kart AI, it's bullshit. Captain Marvel trailer was really... It's just bland. She punched an old lady, which was fun. I don't know what the hell was going on there, but... I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't watch all the superhero movies, but... You know, I saw the trailer, and I was like, alright, let's see what this is. I mean, Sam Jackson's in it. Someone just said Brie Larson looking bored, like she's at the grocery store. She did look a little bored throughout the trailer, but... If it's anything about these Marvel movies that I can say, it's... They usually end up being sufficient, at least. I just want to know what happens with Thanos, and then I'm good. Give me Thanos, and then give me, like, another Taika Waititi movie. And, I'll be happy. I made some mistakes, but I managed to survive. I'm still standing. Whoa, you made it back. Never again. This is incredible. What did you find? An abomination I couldn't describe with words. Sick. Anything else? I found one of the music notes. Yes, I knew it. Do you know what this means? I guess we're one step closer to lifting the curse. That and the shopkeeper has to do the dishes for a whole week. I won my bet, thanks. Oh, you silly bunt. At long last, the melody is complete. Okay, what's next? Heck if I know. What? My knowledge is limited to the prophecy, which ends with the gathering of all the music notes. Well, someone here has to know. Indeed, brave messenger, it is time for the first of our order to share with you the origins of the curse. Be right back. This better be important. Behold, the melody is complete. Impossible. Could we finally be nearing the end? Please, God. I completed the melody. Do you know what to do next? Well, I guess it's only fair. If I officially forgive you for saying my shop didn't look like a shop. What? When we first met, I was really happy to show you the place, and then you said it didn't look like a shop. You've been bitter this whole time. I was just trying to do a small talk. Sure, whatever. That's behind us now. Seeing how much progress you've made, it's about time I filled you in on what's really going on. Here we go. Lore dump time? Oh boy. Eons ago, a civilization of giants lived in the clouds, protecting the world from an unknown force. Rather, unknown forces. These were nanomachines. Nuclear disarmament didn't quite fully Centuries went by in harmony until one day they watched helplessly as the world suffered a massive flood. Only a single piece of land remained. Ever adaptive, humanity gathered its survivors and built a huge temple where they would try to find new meaning. That man's name, Albert Einstein. Answering the call of these troubled times, a formidable couple stepped up to their leaders. To be their leaders. Gifted with a beautiful voice and an otherworldly ability to create mesmerizing trinkets, everyone called her Muse. Muse. And he, ever stoic, fearless, and mysterious, would become known as Phantom. Invincible. After a decade of relative stability, the skies began flashing red as if a war was being waged against the sky giants. We're not Radiohead or Queen, we're Muse. Indeed, an army of demons, destroyers of worlds, had found the human realm. With humanity's protectors soon to be extinct, Muse and Phantom inspired everyone to prepare for the inevitable onslaught. I like the first 3 Muse albums, maybe 4, kinda. It's just lately, not so much. The demon army was too strong, the temple was lost, and Muse was killed while trying to protect her people. Well, rest in peace, Muse. As soon as you got that Twilight check, it was all over. Fighting back tears, Phantom picked up her final creation to keep a memento, a music box. Abandoning the temple to the Demon King, he led the last survivors of his race to the western edge of the island. I can't believe they're doing all this lore dumping now. That final stand proved successful, and after instructing his people to rebuild and stay hidden, Phantom pushed his luck. This game just almost gets so much right. Blinded by rage, she darted toward the temple in a foolish attempt to take down the Demon King. Insulted by the boldness of this broken being, the Demon King opted for a punishment worse than death. That Demon King's name? John Travolta. Corrupting his love's memento with demon magic, he turned Phantom's music box into a tether to the human realm. Every 500 years they would come back to torture humanity until they abandoned all hope and surrendered to extinction. How come those vitamin C gummies taste so good? Phantom was forced to wear a cursed mask which would steal his mind and keep him in a state of perpetual distress. Inserted into the music box, he would play the organ forever to keep the relic's magic alive. You know, the fiber gummies taste pretty good too, so you could just poop forever. That's all in the game for anyone who's tabbed out. That's the dialogue in the game. In this both mental and physical prison, he would be the one to ensure the curse and something, but Phantom's will was a strong one, offering lapses of sanity where he could tap into his growing understanding of demon magic. The fight to get rid of the curse would last centuries, so his people would need the ability to cooperate across generations. I kind of don't care about this. Maybe if this was doled out a little bit at a time throughout the game. Time travel was the key. I mean, I care. It's not like I don't care. I'm already invested in the game, but, you know. With his last stretch of sanity, he wrote a scroll, imbuing it with enough power to attune its carrier to time magic. Before losing his mind completely, he teleported the final hope, the scroll, to his people's hideout. As they soon realized, the scroll let them see strange manifestations, things not every mind could stand. Like the classes of Diablo 2? Only a few brave adventurers had a strong enough will to carry the scroll. They called them messengers. Like, I want to play as some of these other messengers. Like, look at the Space Marine ninja. And Lara Croft and a Viking. There's an Amazon with the ability to step through space-time tears. They had access to the Void, a safe haven outside of time. This game could have a really good sequel. Messengers from all time periods would soon gather there, the perfect meeting point for their endless war. Imagine a game where you could switch between, like, a fucking Viking or a Space Marine at will. And like a knight and an Amazon, and it's not a Metroidvania. But as it turned out, meeting denizens of the future, or even one's alternate self, could be troubling for some. After a few incidents of more primitive messengers going into shock, they opted to conceal their appearance. Oh. Thus, the Order of the Blue Robes was founded, and together they built their headquarters, the Tower of Time. Dormammu, come here to bargain. Every curse cycle would have its champion who would join the Order after passing the scroll to the next messenger. I just can't believe all this is happening now, this far in. With the support of the Blue Robes, after many cycles, the music box was reclaimed from the Forlorn Temple. Even though the relic was too powerful to be destroyed, a new hope was found that day. Mysterious forces of the world started materializing in the form of magical music notes. After one particularly gifted messenger managed to gather the two of them, an idea emerged, an idea crazy enough that it just might work. Oh my god. Jesus, if they created a melody strong enough to breach the music box's protection spell, maybe a messenger could enter it and rescue Phantom. It's not over yet, Snake. So there you have it. I'm not sure what you'll find inside the music box, but if we have one shot at saving Phantom, this is it. Be on your guard, his mind will have conjured all sorts of traps. Good luck out there. Alright, so listen. Oh. The music box beckons. Are you ready to face your last challenge, Messenger? Yes. So much vitamin C! No, I'm kidding. They're just regular old fruit snacks. Sorry, I was hungry. I'm good now. They're done. Alright. So, I don't... Listen, I'm not a developer. And I'm kind of a dummy. So, don't listen to me. But, I'm gonna share with you some things that I think I would have liked to have seen in this here video game that might have improved the experience for me. Because, you know, god damn it, I have a stream and I'm gonna use it. But so far, you know, the game, it was like a 9 out of 10 for me, and then it went down to like a 6.5, and then like a 7, and now it's somewhere like a 7.5 out of 10. And I don't even like to give games number scores, but I couldn't really help it with this one. I think it's still a really good game, but it's... Some people in chat were saying it wore out its welcome, and I've felt that way for a while now, and that's not good. And again, this is the opinion of a dummy, so don't... You know... But like, why'd that have to be there? I do think the game is a little long in the tooth, and most of that is the Metroidvania aspect, which added like an unnecessary 3 or 4 hours of backtracking. For a sequel, I think better movement options later on in the game would be great. I think the Metroidvania thing just doesn't need to happen, and this is coming from someone whose favorite genre is Metroidvanias. It could be done, but it also needs to be done a little bit more deftly, because this is, you know, it just didn't work for me. There's a lot of dialogue in this game. Some of it is, you know, optional. And it's a little cute for its own good, and I got used to it and I started liking it. But I see how it pisses people off in chat when it's too cute. Like, it can be self-aware, but sometimes it just goes out of its way to be extra, like, fourth wall breaking and cute. And it's, you know, it could take you out of the experience. The positives of this game are the gameplay, the mechanics, you know, the fucking 8-bit to 16-bit, which could be further fucked with. The music and visuals are pretty good. The bosses are great. Definitely a high point. The levels are mostly good. Some, you know, couple bullshit levels here and there, or rather, some challenges in the levels that felt a little bit like much, and I was restarting them a lot. I'm not claiming to be good at video games, but there were times where I was just over and over and over and over and over again. So, what I'm saying is, it's good, and I'm not the litmus test for, you know, good gameplay by any means, but it could be tightened a bit. I think, what they have here is a really good start to maybe a series that I would like to see. Like I said, maybe some more characters. You know, I'm excited because, like, they showed some other characters, and I really wanted to play as that stupid Space Marine for some reason. And just, you know, cut down on backtracking as much- Oh, you cunt. You fucking... I just wanted to do a short hop. That was my minimum jump. Or it felt like it. You know, I like a good substantial game with a lot of gameplay, but when it starts to feel like repetitive and you're just using the same mechanics and upgrades, like the walking on water mechanic, let's face it, didn't change that much. It was just walking on water. All the main, like, upgrades and gameplay things you get in the first couple hours. And then there's nothing to look forward to. I mean, sure, there's attack damage increase, there's a couple of little upgrades. That was my fault. That was my fault. That was my fault. I got impatient. I still don't you know, I don't need to have that like, that thing there, that crusher there, but if it's there, it's still my fault. I don't know, man. The point I'm trying to make is this should have been done like 4 streams ago. So. Like Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight was a good length. And if this was like Shovel Knight length, man, I would have loved it so much more. It's a very ambitious game, and I will remember it fondly more than not. You already know what I love about it. There's a lot of things to love about this game, and I sound like a broken record, and I know I'm going on and droning on about it, but I really can't help it. I just... Like, I need to say these things. Otherwise, why the fuck am I bothering streaming? You know, I need to, like... There's a lot of streams. People spent, like, you know, 15, 16 hours watching me stream this game. That's like a kind of long game by my standards. Thought I was about to die there. Vinny, I feel like most complaints are coming from a lack of patience because of streaming. How it works for another people? What? I kind of think I know what you're talking about. But if I wasn't streaming this game, there's a good chance I would have just stopped playing it. Me being a streamer has actually increased my desire to finish games, and I've finished games on stream for the first time that I've never finished before because I got lazy. This is, like, again, you know, this isn't me speaking for every gamers. I'm sure many different people have different opinions and have patience. But I'm just explaining what kind of games I want, what kind of games I like. And yeah, there's some, you know what, you're right, even though that was worded a little strange, I understand where you're coming from, rando chat dude, and I definitely take into consideration my audience, especially when my audience bitches about a game. No one bitched about Metal Gear Solid 2, maybe like 2 people. But every time I stream this, people bitch about it. So I noticed that. I mean, if I'm loving the experience, it doesn't bother me. Those 2 people who complained about Metal Gear Solid 2, I was like, you're a monster! And I just moved on. Vinny, I also think it's part because you bitched about it a lot. A lot of chat likes to follow you. Well, that's their own problem then. But I was seeing, before I even bitched about the game, I was seeing a lot of people getting, like, kind of bored. It's easy to say that because it's true, but I do give people more credit than that. But you're right, and I'm open to this kind of discussion about this sort of thing. Okay, so here's my last thing I'm gonna say. So I'm playing through this now, I'm enjoying the level. I'm enjoying what's going on here. The problem is this game doesn't know what it wants to be. Because here I am thinking to myself, well, in Super Metroid, you get abilities throughout the whole game. By the time you get to Lower Norfair, you get the screw attack. You fucking cock. What would have been that hard to just extend... Just extend the wall? By the time you get to Lower Norfair, you get some new stuff, and you feel like you're ready for more, and then, you know... You're always upgrading, you're always getting abilities. Now, it's unfair for me to compare this to Super Metroid entirely, because this game is also supposed to be Ninja Gaiden. Which is a game that, you know, is a level-based game where you don't really get upgrades. So, this game kind of does both, and I think it suffers. If it did one or the other, it would be, I think it would be a game I would love. But Ninja Gaiden type game shouldn't be, you know, if you're just using the same abilities for hours and hours and hours, it's gonna get boring. That's why Ninja Gaiden works, because it was an old game, and you could finish it in one sitting. And no, me dying there is not the game's fault, so... It's just, it was society's fault. So, listen, thank you for listening to my rants. Agree or disagree with me. It's not really going to change how I feel, but I still thank you for lending me your time, lending me your ear. I know there's a lot of people typing in the chat, many of whomst agree, many of whomst disagree. You're entitled to it. I can't read everything right now because I have to try to make it past this godforsaken part. Okay. Several people are typing, yeah, exactly. But if you want to know why I'm careful with the games I pick to stream on this channel, and why I don't just stream shit on a whim, I think this might be a good example. And I did my research, too. And, like, there were a lot of people saying it kind of peters out towards the end, and the Metroidvania aspect doesn't really pull through, and it's kind of lame, and, you know, not enough upgrades. Like, I read enough about it, but I was like, no, I'll love it. I was like, this game is gonna be great. How could I not love it? It's gonna be like Metroid. Eat a fat dick. So, anyway, bitching aside, it's fun. I mostly am enjoying myself. Let's get this thing over with. Someone just said, don't you love starting over? Remember Bloodborne? Remember that? Remember Canehurst? Talk about starting over. And then you have to, like, yeah, you have to grind for blood vials. Just so you can, you know, have the amount of HP you need for the fight. Someone just said you wouldn't need to grind if you were good. Well, first of all, I didn't know we had a pro in the chat. Everybody, I want you to say hi to the pro. We have an expert with us tonight. Welcome to the stream. That was my first time playing any Soulsborne game. I'm already rubbish at video games. I'm surprised I even completed Bloodborne by the end of it. But anyway, that's okay. My pride is only a little hurt. My ego is so battered from being a streamer. You would think that you'd get a big ego from streaming because you get so much attention. And like you're the center of attention every night. Dude, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Do you know what trash is? Gamers? No, it's good though. I like this. This has been healthy. It's been really healthy to get knocked down. I like it. I mean, who the fuck? You know, that's not. It's not really. Why would you want a big ego? Like what is that? You can take it with you when you die? Hi, this is William Shatner, and welcome to William Shatner's Tech War, courtesy of William Shatner and the Shatner Foundation. Vinny, have you ever considered highlighting your VODs on Twitch? The Twitch chat can be preserved. Full Sauce YouTube is great, but it doesn't have Twitch chat. I never really understood the desire. Some people really want the full experience. No, because then I'd have to go in there every day and preserve the streams, and you know, I don't think about that. I don't think about doing that. For me, you know, it's also, like, I get what you're saying. Some people like the insanity of the chat, and that helps complete the experience. But consider it an early adopter bonus. If you're here live, or if you're here, you know, in time to watch the VOD, you get the bonus of the chat. If not, then you just get the stream on YouTube, which is okay. You know, it's like nothing's open, but Denny's is open. It's like, fine, I guess I'll eat a Grand Slam. Someone just said, don't fucking mock Denny's. Oh, hi, Denny. Welcome to the chat, Danny. Does anyone know anyone named Denny? Throw football, Denny. A few people are saying yes, but then again, if I asked if anyone farts gold, they would probably still say yes. So I'm gonna say that it's a big maybe. Oh, I have to go back this way. That's cool. I love how far these checkpoints are. Gotta do this one again. Yeah, I don't know why Tommy named one of his characters Denny. Like, I've never heard anyone named Denny before. Maybe he was like, you know, he saw the diner, and he was like, that's a good name. Or maybe he thought, like, maybe he heard someone say Danny, and he thought they said Denny. And he just left it. I feel like a lot of the room is just he left it. Vinny, I have an uncle named Denny. Okay, so it's like it's a real name. I mean, people are named Denny. It's just a matter of... It's a really uncommon, rare name. So you have Mark, Lisa, Johnny, and Denny. Chris. Yeah, Chris R, of course. Claudette's another weird name. I don't think I've ever heard of Claudette, ever. For Claudia, obviously, but Claudette? No, that's a weird one. Oh, so I guess the front page thing kicked in. Oh, it's a good thing I stopped bitching about the game. So, yeah, chat's gonna get even more wily and wascally, so, you know... All I can say is, stay tuned for Mario 2.5 Land. Fuck, I said it wrong again. It's Mario Land 2.5. Super Mario Land 2.5 is the name of this. Oh, hi, front page. There we go. It's a longer level than I expected it to be. What if I told you Troll 2 is a better bad movie than The Room? How many people here would be disappointed in me? Listen, there's a room in The Room. The movie should have been called The Roof. Because everything, like, vital takes place on the roof. But, anyway, there's at least a room in The Room. Troll 2 does not have any trolls in it. Troll 2 has goblins in it, and no trolls. I'm just saying, if we're gonna go on title alone, which I'm not saying we should do, but Troll 2 makes a more fatal mistake right out the gate. Come on. Come on. Oh, oh. Oh, God. Oh. So, I was watching the Jack and Jill review, which was one of my favorite Half in the Bag episodes. This is Red Letter Media now I'm talking about. And the Jack and Jill review is in-depth and amazing, and also very eye-opening about, like, Sony and just companies, movie companies in general, and how they do advertising and what Adam Sandler was doing. The point is, Mike looks so much more, like, energetic. Like, he looks like he's, you know, he's uncovered something. And he seems like, you know, there's like a spark. There's a light in his eye. Remember when you were young, you shone like the sun. And that's like 5 years ago. 5 or 6 years ago. And Jay looks like not even the same human being, but we won't talk about that. But... fuck. Watching the newest Half in the Bag. And just other new ones in general. Like, I forgot what young Mike Stoklasa looked like. Holy fuck, does this dude look even more dead than he used to. Like, in the Jack and Jill review, he's sitting in, like, a swivel chair, and he's, like, kind of... You know, he's got, like, a smile, because he's revealing all this information. And I think that, like, since then, he just got, like, more cynical, more jaded. After that review, he became a different person. Like, it opened his eyes, like, oh god, this is a whole other world. I think Adam Sandler made Mike Stoklasa miserable. But that's just a theory. This it? I think this is it, everybody. This is the end of the game. What are you? Oh, you. Yes, you're the prophet. A visitor. I must be having visions again. Are you okay? I mean no harm. Intentions matter little. My tune must be played. It was fated. Who are you? Did you get my message? How dare you trespass here? I have two images in my head when I see this. One, Ganondorf. Okay, this is the end of Ocarina of Time. 2, Terry Jones sitting bare-assed playing the organ in Monty Python. How dare you trespass here? Someone's gonna end up drawing a bare-assed Ganondorf. I'm here to help. You've been cursed. Cursed. It's all true then, isn't it? All of it. The Force. Chewie. Skywalker. But you can end this now. Remove the mask. Preposterous. I shall make short work of you. I am not your enemy. You created the scroll, didn't you? Impossible. How long has it been? Did someone really get my message? Enough. You will pay for your treachery. Listen to me, Phantom. It took centuries, but humanity never gave up on you. Lies, lies, lies! I'm here to set you free. I shall have none of it. Prepare to die. Prepare to die, intruder. Okay, goodbye. Oh, fuck. Mega Man X4 all over again. It's, Spider. Spider person. Pretty cool. Pretty cool mechanic. If you get to this point and you don't have the damage upgrade, what the hell are you doing? Oh, they didn't even try to hide the Ganondorf thing, did they? It's called Dead Man's Volley, right? Some people were hoping that Ganondorf in Smash Ultimate would get the Dead Man's Volley. I mean, listen, he's got his sword. Yeah, that's cool for now, I guess. This is like a combination of Ganondorf and multiple Mega Man X4 enemies from last night. Oh, that was a really good HP. That was a perfect HP timing on HP. You know what I mean? Oh, fuck. This is not easy. I most certainly hit that. At least it looked like it. No HP that time. Yes, yes, yes. Final form? One HP. Let me heal first. Thank you. Hi. Music box. Oh, all my memories. My love. This is bad. Let's get out of here. Hello. My name is David Bowie. Late 90s David Bowie with long hair. Welcome to my music box. Do you get it yet? It's a music box. That's what I do here. I make music. I really hope they can make it out fine. I'd love to finally meet the Phantom. So worried right now. What if the shopkeeper doesn't get there in time? I knew I should have gone myself. We made it. It's finally over. Oh, it's Phantom. Do you want to try the Tower of Time challenge I designed? Actually, this is Labyrinth, David Bowie. You know, the one with the mazes and the dance, magic dance. Give him some time, he's had quite a ride. But I've been waiting for this moment ever since I was first given the scroll. Can't you just breathe just this once? What's wrong? The curse, the mask's energy. I don't want to go back, I can't! All those walls! Hey, you're safe now, don't worry. It's here, it wants to take me back. Heal! Oh, this is bad. As I feared, Phantom was keeping the curse's power contained. How do we stop it? We don't. Its full force has been unleashed. We were fools, this was their plan all along, to let the curse grow in power as we waged an ultimately meaningless battle, only to annihilate us completely when we thought we had won. What are you talking about? Surely you won't all give up so easily. Get it? Any suggestions then? I'm listening. It's simple. We have to do the thing. The order is down to the three of us. You know we're no match for such a force. Everyone here has been attuned to the scroll, so we should all be able to do the thing. Everyone, with me. You gonna turn into balls? So we do the Dragon Ball. We do Harry Potter / Dragon Ball move. Well, that was the thing. Oh my god. For a game that goes on forever, it sure ends quickly. Hey, that was the first try final boss fight. I got really lucky with that extra health. Such a weirdly paced game. Theory? Here I am questioning the name Denny. There, you know, it's a lot of... There's a huge variety of names in this world, and Denny isn't the weirdest one. I'm just saying. There's not really much of an ending, is there? It just kind of happens. Maybe there's an after-credit scene? Jean-Luc Savard? Yo. Captain Jean-Luc Savard, USS... What? It's almost the Enterprise. It has to be something a little different. The USS Entrepreneur. Perfect. Oh, man. Yeah, okay, so... listen, you've already... Is there, like... rip people? They thanked Donkey Kong Country, too. Them Necrogoblican boys? Let me just assess my thoughts a little further on this game. I liked the final battle. I even liked the way the mask and everything happened, because I did not want to fight a phase 2. The ass crew? The ass crew?! Who's late chat? Can we remove late chat from the game has some great boss battles, it has some good levels, it definitely drags, and it's very strangely paced, and the story is, like, it needs to be doled out. I feel like that end cutscene could have been divided into 3 cutscenes throughout the whole game. So, I don't know, I'm, like, mixed about this game. I still put it in, like, 7.5 out of 10. And that's me being really generous, but I did enjoy when it was good, and I got into the gameplay loop, and I was fighting bosses, and I was like experiencing new game mechanics and challenges. It was some of the best side-scrolling 2D gameplay I've played since Shovel Knight. Vinny, chat just shit talk about the game because of you criticism. Okay. That's not entirely true. You know people can make up their own mind. You know there are people in the chat who watch this whole stream that are able to come to their own conclusions. You're correct to some extent. So here, let me give a disclaimer. Make your own opinions, chat. I always say this. I am not here to form your opinions for you. I can't help but tell you if I don't like a game. Or aspects of a game. And also, if someone takes my opinion and they're just like, this game sucks, it's terrible, even though I have a lot of good things to say about it, and I'm criticizing only aspects of it, then they're getting the negative thing. They're putting words in my mouth, or their own mouth, and, you know, they're ruining, maybe they're just really cynical, negative bastards. If they hate the whole game because I said a couple of negative things. So I don't think that's the case for most people. I think genuinely people do have their own opinions and they can make them for themselves. But yeah, the game was alright. I wanted more from it. Oh god, it's a cowboy. Then the mask shattered into pieces, and humanity was finally rid of the demon curse. The end. Wow, talk about a long story. Well, you asked. Anything else I can help you with? I don't know, I can't afford any upgrades at the moment. Well, do you have any other stories to share? Of course, here's one for you. Great, now I want to play as a fucking cowboy. How cool would it be if you could switch between cowboy, space marine, ninja, knight, Amazon? There's so much potential for this series, and I think it's, I look forward to the sequel. I really, genuinely look forward to the sequel. Let's hope, they watch my stream. You know what? Let's hope they don't watch my stream. God, no one needs that. Alright, tutorial's over. Let's start the game. Thank you for watching The Messenger. I know this has been a long series of stream, and it's something that I did not... At one point, I was like, am I going to continue streaming this? And the answer is yes. I did. But I liked it, more or less. And I hope that you enjoy it too. I hope that anyone who played the game enjoyed it, because that's what matters most. Best case scenario, they get much needed criticism. Worst case, you never get another free game from Devolver. I didn't get this for free. I bought this. I spent the 20 bucks on it. So, just saying. Oh wait, no I didn't. Never mind. No, they gave this one to me. Which one did I buy? I bought Dead Cells. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, whoops. Oh, shit. That's okay. Listen, I'll gladly take the hit. If Devolver never wants to send me another free game, I'll just deal with it. Sass backfired. Yeah, I really balls that one up, didn't I? Sometimes I don't know my own sass, you know what I mean? Alright, listen. Thank you again. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you dealing with my sass. I appreciate you dealing with my negativity towards some of the game. But I had a good time with it, and it was worth streaming the whole game because I really liked those last couple of boss fights. Let's